Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. So today I'm going to attempt to get a lot more work done on the Treasure Chicken Coop. How far I'll get, I don't know. I want to try and start getting some sides on. And back over here you can see that we were lucky enough to have donated a bunch of privacy fence panels. So I'm going to attempt to use those as siding for the coop. And we'll just see how that goes to see how far we get on the Treasure Chicken Coop. On today's list, we also need to get a front on. So I need to figure out how to square up the front, get a gate on, get a post to hang the gate. Like I said, put on the sides, and install the nesting boxes, which are kitty litter tubs. So there's a lot of things that need done before I can even start on the inside. So again, we're just gonna see how far we get. I have no idea where this video is gonna go.
Every time I start work on this Treasure Chicken Coop, I always have high hopes that I'm going to get so much more done than I actually do. And these 2 days were no exception. But I'm giving it a whirl here, and we're getting started by getting the tools out and getting everything out of our way to pick up right where we left off the last time. I say I want to get this squared up, but the truth is that you can't really get this squared up. All you can do is get it as close to level and square as you think you can, and then hope for the best. The one pallet stack on top of the other pallet stack meant that I was able to get the bottom row of pallets completely level, the top row not so much. But I could choose to either keep worrying about this and strive for perfection, or just keep on going. And let's face it, this is a Treasure Chicken Coop, and I'm pretty sure the chickens don't care. As long as it's functional, I'm gonna keep rolling. I do, however, want this to be as sturdy as possible because it's facing to the north, and this big overhang in the front could get a lot of wind. So to try and combat the potential for storm damage, I want this to be as structurally sound as possible. And while it doesn't look like it right now, I do have some things in plan to make it a little more storm-proof. This is a 4x4 mailbox post that was a promo, and rather than use it to put in a 4x4 mailbox, I'm using it to anchor at least one 4x4 post into the ground. This thing is sunk down about 2 feet, and that should give me enough of an anchor point to at least feel like it has a solid foundation. This post is actually 2 4x4s and a 2x2 that were previously all put together for a privacy fence that I have chosen to rehab. It's been on the property for about 2 years now, and I've decided that it's going to be part of this Trash to Treasure chicken coop. Getting it into place is a little bit of a struggle, just because it wasn't made for this purpose. We're going to make it work. Now that we've got this into place, pretty much all leveled up. A few more ugga-duggas here and there just to get it where I want it. And overall, I'm pretty impressed with this. Really changed the look of the front of the chicken coop just by adding that one post. Now I can't wait to get one going on the other side. Wasn't in my original plan to do one on both sides, but I can't help myself at this point. I moved y'all inside here so you could get a slightly different look while putting in this other post. Basically, I have to make sure I have a good way to secure the pallet walls to the post that is going actually in front of the walls. So I'm blocking up the pallets at the very end so that I can attach the pallets to the block and attach the block to the post. It's a pretty simplistic way to do it, and let's face it, I'm not a carpenter, so this is the best way I could come up with. Throughout this project, you'll see me just walk away and grab a random block of wood and cut it. That's exactly what I'm doing. Every piece that is down here, if I need a block to block up a wall or an extra piece of wood to shim something, I'm just simply using bits and pieces that I've already cut off from other things in this coop already. I'm trying to really use up all of the scrap because whatever I don't use is going to be pretty much unusable and burned. So I might as well use what I've got rather than getting other material out. Y'all, Titan cracks me up during this video. He literally follows me wherever I go on the property and make sure that he's watching my every move. I have no doubt that should I ever actually be in an accident or need help, he would be the first one to sound his alarm system to make sure that everyone knew I needed something. Back to the front now so you can see that we're going to get a gate going here. This gate was already built. And to be perfectly honest, whoever built it the last time was a worse carpenter than myself. Nothing is straight, nothing is square, and I really just don't have it in me to try and fix it. So I'm going to try to work with what I've got. It does occur to me rather quickly, however, that the crossboards that are in place are not going to quite work where I need them to be. So I'm going to have to put this off to the side and go ahead and remove the bottom board so that we can fit that door in the hole that I need it to be in. When I'm doing things like this, I'm also reusing the screws that were already there, which does take extra time because I use star bit screws, and whoever built this privacy fence originally used Phillips. The hinges that I'm using were also a promo. They're supposed to be auto closing hinges, and we originally tried to use them in another location, and they didn't work out very good. The auto hinge, or the auto close rather, portion of the hinge really didn't work the way it was designed to. So we ended up getting something else for that other project and just had these lying around. I've already left a review on them, so I don't need to include a review for this project. They are just going to function as regular hinges with no auto close feature. I don't think that's necessary for a Trash to Treasure chicken coop. We will evolve. We will also be needing a door stop to have a way to secure the door closed, and also as part of the frame for the front wall. So I'm just checking everything out here to see exactly where we need this door stop to be, and also ensuring that for the most part everything is remaining level. Again, it's not necessary for a Trash to Treasure chicken coop, but it does help when you're building if things can be at least kind of square so you don't have a bunch of angled cuts. On top of the fact that I'm not a carpenter, I definitely am not good at geometry. And just like that, I'm pretty stoked because we have a door. Now it's time to get started on putting together an actual wall that you can't see through. This was where I thought I would be at the beginning of this video. But as par for the course, things just take a little bit longer, especially when you're dealing with a bunch of leftover material. I am super, super happy that we were able to get these privacy fence panels donated. My original plan was to put up barn tin here, and it would have leaked for sure, and I would have had more holes to patch, and it would not have added near the strength that these boards are going to add. I will be forever grateful to the couple that donated these privacy fence panels. I didn't even have to go take it apart. They just brought these to me free of charge, just out of goodwill, because they said they enjoyed these types of videos. Nothing could have warmed my heart more. I found this process to be very similar to laying laminate flooring, and that's something I actually am kind of good at. So I found this part of the process very enjoyable. All of the process of building has actually been quite enjoyable, but this was probably the best part yet. We've been having a lot of problems with our tools lately, and it's very clear that we need to upgrade those. But we have been using these for so many years. I can't really say they're bad tools. It's just time for us to upgrade. So that made the process go a little bit slower also, but we're getting the job done. I actually did finish this entire side, minus the angled part at the top, but my camera died very soon after I started, so I don't get the entire process of this side on video. But to make it up to you guys, I've included a little bit of extra footage at the end of the chickens next to the new sided chicken coop. This part of the process took me 2 days to get this much work done, or this little of work done, depending on how you look at it. I'm super happy with where we got, and I can't wait to show you guys more in the not too distant future. I did do slightly more work right after this, so there won't be quite such a gap between this video and the next, but this felt like a good stopping point to be able to show you guys where we are at currently. I really appreciate you guys watching, as always. It's super helpful. And if you prefer this voiceover rather than the reading the text, let me know. If you prefer the text like I've been doing in the past, let me know that also. Sometimes I'm just playing around to see what helps and what people like the most. But I'm always open to trying new things, if you can't tell by this Treasure Chicken Coop. Remember, there's never a dull day at the ranch. And again, thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, follow, subscribe, all the things. Really appreciate everyone's support.